Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Wow. I'll tell you, he got a good spot on that one. It's 4th and 2, and he might have gotten 2 and an inch, but that's all he needed, and that'll keep the drive moving.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12.
36. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
.30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10.
Iggy. 95, Snickers. Let him know.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Snickers, you gotta spin.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 54 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
319! 319! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hey, we got to get this stop here, King.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set! 319! 319!
And they'll run it here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Mayfield now. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! 55, Mike, 55.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Tight end right, tight end right. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Hugh Jackson rolls the dice, but it doesn't work for him. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 23 yards on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
4 down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's get it. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, guys. Heat these two.
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Corner. Tight end right. AB. Squirrel. Kings. Like I said.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
No gain on the play there, second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. It's back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. Here's Mayfield. Let's run it. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out comes Minnesota. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's What's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers, trying to get it that time to Stills. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, and it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. They're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now they try the right side here. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play there for the Browns. 51 yards on the ground. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now a handoff looking right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hey. We got 3. We got set.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable, as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down.
3 down. 44.
On second down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And he cuts it right into space. 30, 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.